HR internship is the concluding course for all undergraduate programs under the Faculty of Business and Management as stipulated in the plan of study. A student is required to undergo internship attachment or on-the-job training in the areas relevant to the academic program and field of specialization. The internship is carried out at selected and approved organizations in accordance with the guidelines determined by the faculty. Assalamualaikum. My name is Norlina binti Gati, final semester EPJJ student of UITM Kota Kinabalu campus. As per requirement for graduation, I need to undergo internship attachment from March until August 2022. Therefore, for my internship program, I chose Bailina Food Products Sdn Bhd as my internship placement. Bailina Food Products Sdn Bhd, known as Bailina, is a frozen pastry, ready-to-eat food, and bakery products manufacturer located at Kampung Contoh Putatan, Putatan, Sabah. Bailina was a home-based business and was previously known as Lia's Kitchen before it was incorporated on 30th August 2018. Their main business is manufacturing frozen food, frozen pastry, ready-to-eat food, and bakery products. Their business operation hours in Kampung Contoh Putatan starts from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday to Saturday. The business stands on a mission to produce frozen pastry and ready-to-eat food which consists of traditional and local delicacies in order to achieve their vision to be the leading company in frozen pastry and ready-to-eat food distributor in Sabah, and also to introduce Sabah's local food to international market. They have set several objectives that they aim to achieve within 2 years. They are to earn at least 20% return on investment in a fiscal year, increasing the company's market share to 7% by the end of the next fiscal year, and to produce new products or stock keeping unit (SKU) within 2 years' time. With the objectives, they hope to reach their goal to supply to all supermarkets and hypermarkets in Sabah, as well as to major food distributors in Sabah. They also focus in maximizing profits, increase their monthly revenues, builds better customer service, becoming an industry leader, and become a recognizable brand. Bailina Food Products Sdn Bhd was first started as a home-based business in 2010 and previously known as Lia's Kitchen. They started by selling cookies and cakes for Hari Raya and festive season. In 2016, Bailina started to venture into pastries, traditional Malay delicacies, food catering services, and frozen pastries. After running several research and development on frozen food, Bailina finally comes up with their first frozen pastry and frozen traditional Malay delicacy product. In 2018, Bailina Food Products Sdn Bhd was incorporated and opened their first bakery cafe in Plaza Mahkota Putatan, Putatan, Sabah. In 2020, Bailina closed down their cafe due to the COVID-19 pandemic and started building their own baking studio at Kampung Contoh Putatan. Due to the Movement Control Order, MCO, the construction took almost a year to finish. They officially opened their baking studio, which is also their central kitchen, on 2021 and focus mainly on their frozen pastry products. Here are the team in Bailina. It consists of 5 employees and the owner of Bailina Food Products Sdn Bhd herself managing the company. And these are the products of Bailina that ranges from frozen pastries, cookies, ready-to-eat food, and other bakery products. These are the social media platforms used by Bailina, and you can also contact them via this platform. During my internship, I have found several strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities of Bailina. Here are the SWOT analysis and my recommendations on how they can improve. In terms of strengths, Bailina has been in the food industry for more than 10 years. They have the knowledge of what the customer wants and know what is the current market trend. They know how to make and create a product, be innovative, and know how to market their products. Bailina is knowledgeable in food production and know how to put their product in market share. As an experienced entrepreneur, Bailina has established a numbers of network and connections with the government agencies, suppliers, and even competitors. They also have employees that possess skills that contributes to the company. Skillful employees are crucial to keep the operation of the company runs smoothly. They also manage to create a unique features on their products that none other competitors have. Most importantly, Bailina adapts to the latest technology in food production. Their constant desire in learning in new technology puts them ahead in food production, not only in food production, but also in marketing and e-commerce. My recommendations are Bailina could form a unique selling proposition (USP) to help them in their marketing strategy and establish their brand. A criteria of an effective USP is that it can assist the customer in their inquiries whenever they encounter their brand. The USP is an added strength that shows the uniqueness of the brand and what makes it special to the customer. They need to differentiate their products by identifying the interests of the target audience, otherwise, their message will not reach the customer. A compelling USP should be assertive but defensible, which could put them in a position that looks more attractive than their competitors. Though technology considered the strength of Bailina, I can see they are still lacking of it. There are a lot they need to improve in terms of technology, not only in production, but also in management. There are things that they still do manually which can be automated. Concluding the strengths that Bailina need to improve, I can say that they need to increase their knowledge more about USP and technology adaptation. They need to learn on which technology applied for their business and eventually adapt it in their organization. Talking about weaknesses, I would say Bailina could have been in a better location. Although they do not focus on walk-in customer, a better location can increase walk-in customers, thus will increase sales and better exposure of their products. As on my observation and some interviews with my supervisor, Bailina was lacking of kitchen equipment. They have several equipments, but they still doing some of their production manually. With more equipments, the rate of production can be increased and they can decrease their dependence on skilled workers. Although their employees are skillful, Bailina actually provides training to their employees. Most of the employees they hired has no skills at all. According to my supervisor, it is very challenging to find an employee nowadays, and mostly those who looking for a job does not have any skills at all, especially in food production. Due to the lack of equipment and lack of skilled workers, Mylena wasn't able to produce more variety of products. They have a list of products in mind, but some are unable to be made due to unavailability of suitable equipment and skilled workers. My recommendations to overcome their weaknesses are: there is no doubt that Bailina need a new location, more open spaces for stock loading, high visibility area, and more accessible to the public. With big machines and equipments and the urgent need for bigger space for production and storage, they need to upgrade their premise to a factory level, not only for the safety in the workplace, but also as a new facelift for their business to build brand and trust for their customer and their potential customer. Bailina also need to look into the tasks they do manually. There are some tasks need to be done manually to maintain its quality, but There are several tasks can be automated. In this way, they can save time and reduce labor works, thus producing more finished products in a month. My other opinion is Bailina need to produce more variety of products and at least similar to other existing products in the market. However, they still need to do market evaluation and product research and development before launching new products in the market. Nevertheless, Bailina could see some opportunities beneficial to the company. 2021 saw the rise of the frozen food industry, especially during the pandemic. The trend continues in 2022 and the demand continued to increase over the past 2 years. Frozen food has been a convenient, lucrative way for consumers to easily enjoy healthy meals. Bailina has the opportunity to join any programs held by the agency for the purpose of marketing and promotions as an added advantage being registered as entrepreneur under government agency. Recently, Bailina has joined Dubai Expo 2021 held in United Arab Emirates that give them the opportunity to promote their products not only in UAE but also to other countries that join the expo. Bailina always has the opportunity to gain more knowledge in business and food production by joining free seminar and courses, and this can strengthen their skills at a very minimal cost and benefited the company. In my opinion, I can see that Bailina has a lot of opportunities. On my findings, Bailina today exists from the opportunity they grab by attending free seminars, courses, and competitions held by the government agencies. Being a registered company under several agencies, they have the opportunities to join any events to promote their products locally or internationally. They do admit that they have been quite choosy in joining events nowadays, but I think they should join any promotional events to keep on being exist in the public and to create a good track record in the agencies as an active establishment. Hence, Bailina should also taken into consideration the threats for the company. Every establishment in Malaysia will be affected in any government regulation. For Bailina, the new minimum wage regulation somehow affect them in their operation cost. Like it or not, it's a law they need to adhere. It is, of course, affecting the cost of goods sold plus the recent price increase. Increase in price of raw materials affect the cost of production, which eventually lead to increase in selling price. Another problem that I consider as a threat was during my task restocking the products in retail outlets, I realized that Bailina has few local competitors with similar products. This can be a threat to the company and would affect their sales if they did not push their marketing to gain more public interest to buy their products. And what make it worse is sometimes the display area or freezers are full, but they have to squeeze their products in. Apart from that, they also face the risk of inflation due to the economic situation in Malaysia. My recommendations for this issue are what they can do is to keep on studying the market and try to get feedback from the consumers of their needs and wants. They also need to study their competitors' products so that they won't fall behind their competitors. Apart from that, they can study more on food technology that can reduce the cost of operation but can extend the product's shelf life. As for the hike in price increase of raw materials, the least that I could think of is to buy in bulk whenever there are supplies. But again, it depends on which items or products that is suitable to be bought in bulk, because there are items that are not suitable to buy in bulk as their shelf life is short, such as eggs. Another Bailina's concern is the government rule on national monthly minimum wage that was enforced recently on May 2022. There are actually ways to retain the employees despite this issue. Either it works or not, it still depends on the employee themselves, but still worth to try. Bailina can offer to provide medical benefits to their employees. As far as I knew, not many SMEs offer medical benefits to their employees due to their financial constraint. Bailina can also use key performance indicator to rate their performance and reward them with special rewards if they perform well. This can be a motivation for them to work harder. Organize company dinner once in a while and reward something to employee in sales department if they manage to achieve their sales target. Another challenge that becomes their threat is to obtain sufficient space to display their products in the retail outlets. In this matter, they need to do their research and identify the most suitable time to deliver their products to avoid congestion in display area. Most companies have a designated time for delivery, so it will be more easier for them to identify the best time for delivery. I have also run analysis on pestle analysis, and these are my findings. Number one, political factor is very important not only to Bailina Food Products Remberhat but also to every organizations in Malaysia. Political factor can greatly affect an organization on any issues. Number two, economic factor is a major concern for Bailina. Food products have expiry date and unsold products will cause loss. Not increasing the selling price is also a problem where Bailina has to cope with the price hike in raw materials. Number three, social factor is contributed by the lifestyle trend. It is also contributed by the demographic factor. Bailina need to determine where is the best location to supply their products, where the location will affect the lifestyle of the community. Number four, it is important to adapt to the new technology as technology is very important nowadays. If they fail to adapt to technology, then they will fall behind their competitors and it will be challenging to cope. Number five, for legal factors, every organizations need to adhere with no question asked. They have no power to disobey or face legal action. For example, most businesses were forced to close during the MCO. Number six, for instance, environment factors does not affect them much locally, but will affect them if they export their products to outside Sabah. Bailina Food Products Remberhat is not a big company. It is just a small enterprise, but I have learned a lot from this company. Being placed in different sections has given me a lot of opportunities to study and learn different things in 6 months of my placement. Being in the customer service section, I learned how to communicate with customers and suppliers. Apart from that, being present in the social media is also important. Fast response is what the customer is expecting, and the golden time is usually within 24 hours. Failing to respond in a timely manner can lead to a frustrated customer, and there is a chance that other competitors are looking for their advantage. An efficient administration system benefits everybody in the company. This task taught me how to become accurate, to take into account at the very smallest amount, and to be alert with every tax of the stocks. The toughest part during my industrial training is at the production section. Being in the kitchen is literally exhausting, and working while standing up all day was really tiring. Although this is only a small company, but the products they produce have a strict specification, quality, taste, and features. Another experience I get from my industrial training here is the experience of working outside the office and working at the retail outlets. During delivery to supermarkets or hypermarkets, we unload boxes and arrange it in the freezer and display shelves. This task requires patience, intelligence, and determination to display the products at its best. If the products are not displayed properly, the customer will not see it. Overall, I could say that during my 6 months training, I learned about communication, administration, marketing, labor works, and management. I couldn't be more thankful to Bailina Food Production Berhad for giving me the opportunity to have my industrial training placement at their place. Instead of placing me in one section, I was stationed in several sections where I can learn a lot of things. I was also given the opportunity to be independent, but at the same time, my supervisor gives me a lot of lessons. I also learned that managing a business is not easy. We need to be tough and innovative in order to stay in the market. From time to time, there are a lot of things that need to be learned by the company itself. Constant learning and experience gaining is a strength that needed for a company. The past 4 months of my industrial training has been very challenging, but I have learned so many things throughout my placement. Thanks to my industrial training supervisor, Puan Nurul Huda, for guiding me throughout my training, all the staffs in Bailina, and Mr. Kamarul Zaman Ishak for guiding me on how to complete this report and video presentation. Thank you.